Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we'll be going through the next portion of this series, trying to get you either unstuck or get you your first deal. Today we'll be going over the mindset of an investor and what it takes to be resilient, to be strong, and to get these deals done. So as you can see through the SKOOL courses that are all free, you can access pretty much any of them. Obviously there are paid portions. Most of them are free and most of them allow you to take action right away. And that's really the first step. You got to take action. Obviously, there's people that can help you when you get stuck. That's what I'm trying to do here. But a lot about what you need to do is just take action and get going. I quoted Eminem's 8 Mile here, and it really comes down to that. You need to make sure that you're well prepared. And if you've ever seen that movie, The Mechanic with Jason Statham, luck equals opportunity plus preparedness. We are here to get you prepared. Failure is a super important part of your growth. It's how you learn the boundaries. It's how you learn where your weaknesses are. When I was in school for engineering, one of the slogans there was fail fast, fail often. You also need to mitigate your risks when you're failing. You need to fail in a safe environment. That's what this classroom is here for. That's what this community is here for. Every failure that you make needs to teach you something so that you never make that mistake again. Another way you can accelerate your growth is by learning from other people's failures. This course is a distillation of all of my failures, all of my knowledge. And I'm hoping that you can absorb those failures so you don't have to make the same mistakes as I did. I have found that most of my successes have come as a result of at least 10 different failures that have come up. I've also found that my successes haven't really motivated me, but my failures have. Maybe that's just me, but I find I have a lot more motivation to succeed, not when I'm already successful, but when I'm failing. One really important lesson that I've learned over the years is that I work best under pressure, and that's not necessarily external pressure. I can create that pressure for myself internally. And you need to be able to handle pressure well, because sometimes you don't have a choice when it happens. Obviously, there are limits to this, and you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you can perform well for yourself and your family. But you need to be able to understand what is going on externally, what is going on internally, and handle and mitigate those things appropriately. One of my favorite quotes when it comes to pressure or just external factors is, the same water that hardens the egg softens the potato. And you got to choose in which scenario, which one you need to be. A couple things that really help me deal with pressure is treating it like a video game. I just imagine I'm just grinding it out. I don't know if you've ever played any video games, but that's how I think of it, where I'm just grinding it through the level and just trying to beat that boss. When I gamify it in my head like that, it just becomes kind of fun. Obviously, there are frustrations even when you're playing video games, but it becomes a lot less stressful when you gamify it. Another thing that I keep reminding myself is that in the grand scheme of things, the problem that I'm facing is probably a pretty small problem, and I want to solve bigger problems. I want to be at the table where I'm able to solve these very difficult things. So learning how to deal with this at hand is just going to help me down the road. You also have to remember that at the end of the day, nothing is that serious. Nothing matters more than your health and your family's health. Next up, a lot of people find motivation from a why. So you have to try and figure out what your why is. Once your basic needs are met, you don't end up doing it for the money, really. You do it because you love it, or there's some other motivation. If you don't love it, you got to find a way to get rid of the things that you hate, delegate those things, and then focus on the things to add value where you do love adding value. For a lot of people, the why keeps them motivated, keeps them thinking successfully even in difficult days. For me, one of the whys is my family, making sure that they're well cared for. Others, maybe their goal is a car or maybe traveling. Whatever it is, just make your decisions surrounding getting to that why. A lot of people ask me for books or recommended reading or stuff like that. I'm not huge on reading through an entire book anymore. I pick up the book, skim through, grab what I can, and then go through and implement those things from the book right away. So I've created a list of books that have helped me in some way or another, and hopefully they're useful for you as well. I've also added a few YouTube links so you can watch through where I started, where I'm coming from, and you can kind of see my journey along the way. Some of these videos describe my successes, some of them describe my failures and growth. I would recommend that you start documenting your journey, because you will look back and really value where you came from. And that's it for this part of the series. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.